Hi everyone, welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Um, Real quick, just want to get over here to promote the two individuals that'll be online with me. Matter of fact, let me open up a browser to make sure I don't miss him. Hold on. Give me a second. Y'all remember that song? Ease on down the road. Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Okay, he's not in the studio yet. Okay, so I wanted to say hi. Hi for number one. And I wanted to say Bruce Chamoff. I want to remember their names by heart. I love remembering names by heart. I have two interviews. Bruce Chamoff and Hilary Gooden. Hilary Gooden's at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Bruce Chamoff's is at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So he is, if you ever want to go on World Podcasting Network, I have, and they promote your videos, and he's the branding and the brain behind that. So I can't wait to dig into his mind and learn about him a little bit. And 15 to 20-minute session. And then Hillary, she's a brilliant African American lady. I like I To all my African Americans out there, I'm trying to get more of y'all on my show and more women. Um, I don't know. It's hard. It's not many of y'all on Matchmaker FM. And then when I reach out to y'all be like, I'm good. I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna push the issue. Just like the other podcast people say, you get a no, you move on. I don't have time to say, well, pretty please, with the sugar on top. Like I don't have time for that. But I will keep trying. Hillary Gooden, she allowed me to interview her. She's allowing me to interview her. Initially, her show was at 9 o'clock, but we had a conflict of interest. But I am so excited to be to interview these two wonderful individuals. Like seriously, she's well educated. He's well educated, and I cannot wait. I just can't wait because he is an up and rising CEO of his own company, and she is an entrepreneur, author at his best. So, is he in? No, it's still not time yet. So, with that being said, thank you, LinkedIn, for letting me on the show. I gotta let them know, no cussing. I let them know, my clients, but they get so overwhelmed and pumped up. I get it, but oh yeah, to Sean C. Day, they still played your video. They said that they took out the bleep, they bleeped it where you cuss. They were able. It was a delay. Hi, Hilary. Hold on. I gotta write Hilary. Hilary just wrote me. Hold on. They took out the segment where you cussed and they bleeped it. Okay, where is Hilary at? I just seen her. She must have wrote my Yahoo. Where did it go? Fiddlesticks. Lord. Oh, it's probably the yeah. She got my Gmail. Okay. Let me real quick. Let's see. Go back out of the studio. Send her another link just in case. God is not forgotten. Oh my God. God is not forgotten. If he said he will do it, it will come to pass. God is not forgotten. God is not forgotten. Let me write her. Not just that. Use that link. It should work. Let me know if it doesn't and try to come on 15 minutes early. Okay. Take care. XOXO. Okay. Okie doke. I remember I was in high school and this song will forever be embedded in my mind. Hold on. I'm about to sing it. Have y'all seen, before I sing that, have y'all ever seen In Living Color where David Allen Greer, which he cusses like a sailor now. I didn't know he cussed that much, but he's so talented. He was like, I got a song, you want to hear it? Here it goes, In Living Color. That's how I am. And it's so funny. So the song, how does it go? The Lord is blessing me right now. It'd be like, He woke me up this morning and started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me right now. Oh, right now. And then I used to love choir. I almost passed out a couple of times because we used to do vigorous stuff and it paid off. I learned quite a bit. But when you have a weak diaphragm, I sometimes have a weak diaphragm in the morning. That's all I have is singing and getting on here. But when you have, FYI, if you have a weak diaphragm in the morning, like in the morning and you singing and you sound like crap, all you have to do, hold on. Oh, I'm in the wrong studio. Hold on. Let me do this while I'm doing this. You go like this. And that helps for 2 minutes. And that helps strengthen your diaphragm and makes you burp. But it helps strengthen your diaphragm and loosen all the muscles in your throat. And you got to really put work into it. It's harder than it looks. And so we used to stand there in the heat, and I used to just feel like I gotta pass out, man. We was on television in Maryland. We reached the television. Sometimes I didn't show up. I didn't take it as serious because I had several classes. Plus, I like to go out and party, so it wasn't, for me right then and there. And then you had a person called Tonex. Tonex, I had a boyfriend in Korea when I was stationed in Korea, and that was his cousin. And that was the song I was singing before, God is Not Forgotten. And he had a really good CD. It came out in 2000. So it's uh, a blue background, and it says Tonex. And it's nothing but God songs. And I'm just so happy to play that. And then remember that song? Everybody remember this song. I'm just waiting on my client to show. I'm just bored. Hold on. So it goes, we fall down. And it's so funny, but it's so true. He goes in 4 different melodies with it. He goes, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. And then he goes up an octave. And then he goes up an octave. And he's like, sinner, and gotta get back up again. Yeah, that is such a crazy song. And I love Tamar. I forgot her name. I hate sitting up there damaging her name. Take Me to the King. For all those people that listen to her song, Take Me to the King, she had some powerful written lyrics. She said, truth is I'm tired, options are few. I try to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. Oh, it's so beautiful. Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. And then it goes up. That's what Christian songs does. It goes up. And then how can we forget the lady of the hour that started it all in the community with she's right. Okay. So show me how to do things your way. Yolanda Adams. Don't let me make the same mistakes over and over again. Your will be done, and I'll be the one. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I used to sing that song all the time coming from Friendlies because I used to work at Friendlies in Waldorf to make sure that it's kept now. And it means I don't want any just. That's why I want to talk to you. Yes, I do. I love her voice. Yeah. So those are the songs I know. Um, yeah, I love to sing. And that's all I have. It makes me feel good. Every day that goes by and I sing, it makes me feel good. It releases endorphins. Can't get high off of regular stuff, which I still don't want to get high off of regular stuff. So I get high the natural way. The natural way. Dynamite. That's what I do. That's how I roll. That's how Chaz Michaels roll. We're gonna skate to one song and one song only. What you gonna do with all that junk? I'm just kidding, you guys. Other than that, I'm about to get over here and wait for my client. Yeah, we got 8 minutes. Got it, will do. Thank you, Hilary. What such a wonderful lady. I can't wait to interview these people. Like, I love interviewing, and I'm just gonna sit back. Well, tell me about this. Well, tell me about that. You know, yeah. Oh, I went to Emerald City Smoothie. I'm not saying I left Jamba Juice alone, but they're neck and neck. I have to say, this is a good, this is a good smoothie place, and they're all over Seattle. And I usually get an acai. If y'all don't know what acai is, it's a super fruit. And I get it with B12 and bee pollen. That's what I do. I get it with B12 and bee pollen. Um, and whey protein. Whey protein comes with it, which is good. You can get it the same or whatever. But this is a peanut butter, chocolate, and banana smoothie with whey protein, bee pollen, and B12. Try it. Yeah, it's really good. I love superfruits. Did I tell y'all about let me confirm with the gentleman. I was at Walmart and this homeless man, he was like, "Oh, can I get some egg rolls Walmart brand?" And I was like, "Sure." Because I don't want to say no to a homeless person. He's in the cold all day. And they must have told him to move soon after that because I bought the egg rolls, but I spent like an hour at Walmart. And all of a sudden, he was gone. So I've been eating the egg rolls. I'm like, okay, I got egg rolls. Yeah. I've been eating the egg rolls, and they're pretty good, the Walmart brand. And yeah. Let me write my client. His name, World podcast. Here we go. Okay. Oh, he wants to do it at 9:10, so I get to talk to you guys. Cool, cool. He gave me the okay, okie doke. Okay. Okay. So anyway, what am I going to talk about? I have so much I want to talk about, but it comes out in increments. Um, I I want to talk about science topic. Science topic. You know, I think we should invent a device where we go to a different planet and we harvest the sun and moon from a dormant planet that has a dormant sun and a dormant moon, because our moon is filling. You know, everything is meant to die, but we need to say, hey, we got a new one. But did y'all know this? The $1 million question. Did you know that China has a sun? China has its own sun in a laboratory that's more powerful than the sun we got today. Talk about a effing contribution. Like, I was like, I cannot believe that China has a sun. But they have their own sun. They created their own sun through their technology, and it's more powerful, 10 times powerful than the sun we have, with 10 times the force. If he wanted to use an atomic weapon to blow up the whole planet, yeah, it's a lot of force. I put it to you like that. So China is doing a lot of good things. You know, that big old telescope, and yet we can't find life on planet. I don't believe that. I'm a stickler for UFO. Oh, okay. If y'all don't know, I saw a UFO 2 to 3 times while in Santa Maria. Now, I used to say 15 minutes before you click the end button. Listen to what my story. I stayed 15 minutes away from Vandenberg Space Force. I tried to film it, but our phones don't have that. They got this new device that's $100 that can zoom in more than our phones can zoom in, but it's $100, and a Chinese man created it. But getting back to the point, I saw 3 spaceships. So I tried to zoom in and I had it live on my Facebook account, which got deleted. So I zoomed in and it just looked like a dot. It looked like a dot, but from my eyes, it was colorful: blue, red, green, yellow. I even wrote the UFO, the only UFO website that asks you a bunch of questions about how did you feel when you saw it. So they asked me, how did you feel when you seen it? Did you see a gray? Did you see a reptilian? What was your point of view when you saw it? It was so many questions. And I wrote it twice. I couldn't help it. And I wrote it twice, and you know, it was real, because 3 days, every time they showed their face to me, the spaceship, and which was moving very slow. It didn't move fast, it moved very slow. I looked it up too. Before I say that, I looked it up too, and there was one in California, which I was in California at the time, that looked just like the same spaceship, but it was moving real slow. And 3 days later, somebody, I had an altercation. I'll just put it to you like that. It was like it was trying to warn me from a distance. Something bad happened. And the second time it happened, something bad happened again 3 days later. And I'm telling you, it is so crazy. I stayed next to Vandenberg Space Force. And then I seen some type of weird crap going on with the shadows. I used to go there to stay with me and my dog. I used to go to a hotel and spend a weekend there. And I recorded it. Like, every time I tried to record something that was supernatural, it got faded or it didn't work. So the shadow, there was no tree. There was no tree. You got a tree, light, shadow. Tree, light, shadow. And so I'm like, okay, why is there a shadow on the ground just moving around? So I recorded it and I placed it on Facebook. You know, yeah, I had so many things happen to me. Like, you know, yeah, yeah. I was like, wow, man, that's is supernatural. It never scares me, but I did see, I nobody believes me. I don't care if they believe me or not. I did see a gray alien, and this is the joking factor. I was in Hawaii, which is Obama territory where he used to live. And don't hit that end button. Hear me out. And what happened was I was asleep. I turned around, I saw it. It was just staring at me. Only thing I can do, I didn't jump, I didn't scream. I put the blanket over my face like it's gonna go away. Its agenda is more than just staring at me. Like it's really gonna go away, y'all. So I went to sleep. And one day, fast forward, I was with my second husband, and I don't know if he was telling the truth or not, because we never spoke about aliens. We never spoke about aliens. And so one day he shook me, awoke, and I was like, what? He's like, you had something hovering over you. And I'm like, what is hovering over me? Draw a picture. He said, I couldn't explain it. And he drew a picture of a gray that looked just like the gray I saw um, in Hawaii with my first husband. And yeah, so I was like, hi, Miss Bierman. I'll read the message in a bit. I was like, wow, man, that is so crazy, man. You know, Mountaintop, y'all have to go by Mountaintop. It's so rich. I stayed in the most richest area and it felt good, like $1 million houses, close to $500 million houses. I stayed in a big white house, 5 bedroom, um 3.5 bath, basement. It was beautiful. It looked like the White House. It was a White House. It had deer, it had black bear, but the tradition behind it is what gets me. So weird stuff used to happen. I met Marty Kaiser. That's where I met Marty Kaiser. He was my neighbor, and he stayed in a trailer that's right like 12 feet away from the house. And so something told me, drew me to him and his wife. My husband was mowing the lawn because it was a big lawn, and he was getting groceries out the car. And I something gravitated. I said, I have to see him. That's why I have this picture everywhere on my Facebook page. Caucasian white male, elderly. And so I said, how y'all doing today? He was like, how are you? And I forgot how to trigger, but we began to talk and talk and talk. I will forever be indebted to Marty Kaiser because I found out that he's the man that they did Enemy of the State about. They did Enemy of the State about him. Both of the characters, Will Smith and the other guy, was about him. He made $5 from the movie. And he has Odyssey of an Eavesdropper. Odyssey of an Eavesdropper. He has his own page that's called that. He used to sell technology to the FBI. He sold technology, and he's on YouTube. He's everywhere. He's just like me. He used to be big. He used to be small. You know, he drove a Mercedes Benz. He has a place in Maryland he stays too, and he make equipment, surveillance equipment for the FBI, the police force, and the CIA. Something went awry, and they sued him for money, and he was forever an enemy of the state. He helped build surveillance technology for Russia, the Soviet Union, everywhere. And so I will forever, his number one fan. Like seriously. Um Enemy of the State came out when I was 10 years old. I remember watching it, 95. And I said to myself, I remember watching his looking at his video where he said people walk past him and don't even know who he is. And that's true. They'll walk right past him and not even believe who he is. And it's just it's I I love that man. You know, like seriously. He's a great man. I hope he's still alive because it's been a while, 4 years. And he to meet a star, I wish I could interview him. Look it up. Odyssey of an Eavesdropper. Odyssey of an Eavesdropper. Marty Kaiser. Marty Kaiser. Yeah. To meet a man that was affiliated with the FBI, CIA, and police is an amazing experience. And to meet a man that they made enemy of the state about, where they go in your house, they change everything to cameras, and they roll out, they follow you. 95 now, they have technology where they can rotate all around you and see what's in that bag. 95 now. And shave off 95, probably 90s or 80s, when it really happened with Marty Kaiser. That type of technology, think about what they have now. Think about what they have now. It is 2005. No, I'm just kidding. It's 2024. That's a long time, man. That's 20 years. And they advance every year. The iPhone, they advance every year. Androids. And I know y'all were wondering who is that white man that I'm laughing with my Jam Pro shirt on. Look it up, man. He is such a brilliant whiz, man. He went to Hollywood, made $5 off of it. And I forgot his number. I know he's a busy man and stuff. But he took me to his lair. We were supposed to have a cup of coffee, and then my husband started getting jealous. He wouldn't let me talk to him. Every time we pulled up at the same time, he'd be like, "Come on, Kim." And I never cheated on my husband. 10 years of knowing him, I never cheated on him. Never. So, yeah. And I wasn't going to cheat on him. I just wanted to learn about when I get somebody that intrigued me, I just want to learn about them. That's all. Like, seriously, it's not about sex. It's about learning and making friends. Like, every time I try to make friends, it was always somebody hindering me from making it. And I hated that. I hated that with a passion. So yeah, I've had some mentally abusive relationships, and he was the one that put I don't want to get into what he did because I said it so many times on my other page. So if you want to check it out, check out that page. I've said some things I'm not proud of saying on my other page, and I apologize to people. That's all I can say. You can't change the past, but you can change the present and the future. you know um I remember last thing, and I'm gonna get off of here, and then we're gonna, because he said 909 910. I don't want to keep talking. I remember I was in Salt Lake City, and this is real. It's on my page, but they got it blurred out. Like 600 people viewed it. I didn't know it was going to be that popular, but it didn't go nowhere. I don't understand. But Facebook wasn't trying to play it, and I get it. But the and I haven't tried to do it again. But the curtains would move, sort of like the screens that I have now. The curtains, the one white. I wish I could show y'all, but I don't feel like it. But it's curtains. It's like blinds, the plastic blinds, and it would move back and forth. And I just did this, and it would stop on its own. It was some type of electromagnetic field in my house, and it would stop. And I filmed it. And it stopped. At first, it was a clear image that it stopped, and I stopped. It stopped. I raised my hand back up. It started again. No magic, no editing. This was live. And then it got distorted. And now it just looked like the blinds, you can't even see the blinds no more, really. And it's not happened to me before. Last thing, it's not happened to me before when I was in, I was watching Shark Tank at 6609 Everly Drive in Maryland, and my blind was down. We had the horizontal blinds, and I looked outside, and it was still in that position. I went to sleep, woke up. I woke up. I looked at the blinds. It closed on its own. I don't understand that for nothing. It's some stuff I cannot explain that's happened to me, and that's the truth. So y'all definitely take care. I'm waiting on my client. I'm sorry for saying too much, but I'm telling the truth. You got to believe me. You got to believe that. I know it sounds weird. It sounds underbelt where people don't understand it, but this is what's happened to me over the course of my life. That's just the scratch of the surface that what's happened to me. So if you don't believe, fine, don't believe. But I was on absolutely no drugs during this time when that happened. Thank God I got to talk to Damon John too. Thank God I got to talk to Damon John. I talked to him for 3 minutes. I was at a shelter real quick. I was at a shelter and I got to talk to him for 3 minutes. So yeah, I ran into some stars, just different people. So yeah.